All right. Well, listen, hey, how many of you a month from now would like to be giving a talk to somebody, to an audience that needs your message, that is receptive to your message? Okay, hold on, I'm gonna wait, I'll do them all and then you can all take the vote, okay? That is ready for your message and that's willing to pay a premium price for your message. How many of you? Well, that's what we're here to talk about tonight. I'm not here to talk about how to talk, right? A lot of people can teach you how to talk. I'm not here to do that. I'm here to talk to you about how to build a business around your business. Now, I've been in the speaking business twice. The first was about 12 years ago, by accident, really. It was my 5th book that I had published. It's not a big deal as a professor. That's just what we have to do, okay? So, oh, and by the way, if anybody has any problems sleeping at night, so I've written about 100 articles. Okay? Wait, you weren't supposed to laugh at that yet. I was like 3 sentences to the punchline. How many of you, your area is business? You talk about business. Okay, a couple. So have you heard about this? It's a new movement going on now called Business Model Canvas. It's Business Model Canvas. Okay, all right. So some people have heard of it. And the idea was, instead of creating a business plan or a marketing plan for your business that everybody knows is pretty much irrelevant the day after you do it. A couple of my colleagues, some other professors of mine and I at Stevens, we crafted this for small companies, for startup companies. And we worked with the Malaysian government for about the last 5 years, and we had just really startling results. For our 5-day seminars, we had companies that came to us that didn't even have an idea of a new product. They went from customer idea to customer orders in 4 days. And then the 5th day, they gave their presentation. In a class that we taught last year in entrepreneurship, where we use this, we call it lean innovation, or this canvas idea, we had 31 student teams accepted on Kickstarter. So what I want to share with you today is I've customized this canvas for your speaking business. And it's a good idea to do the canvas before you get too far in your speaking business so that you don't have your website all finished and then trying to figure out what your value proposition is or what your brand promise is or your ideal customer. What are the topics that we're offering? Who are we targeting? And what is the problem that we're solving for them? Okay? Everybody had the idea, right? So I want to start. I'm going to start with the ideal customer. Okay? It really doesn't matter where we start, but this is actually a good place to start. The ideal customer, I came up with this idea. It's actually used now like everywhere, but I came up with this concept about 20 years ago when I read Stephen King's autobiography. And he said that he writes a book for an ideal reader. Okay? So the concept of the ideal customer is a customer whose hair is on fire and needs your product or service to put it out. Hair on fire, desperately needs your product or service, your talk, whatever it is you're providing to help them with their problem, okay? And it's a specific person. It's a specific person. It's not this esoteric target market. I'll give you an example. Okay, this is an example. This is an idea that has yet to take off. Please don't write it down. This is somewhat confidential. It's one of my ideas. I just cannot understand, for the life of me, why this isn't readily available in the international marketplace. How many of you have kids? How many of you have kids that are somewhat young? How many of you have kids that are really young?
Shamika.
Perfect. Oh, perfect. Oh, I'm telling you, you're gonna love this. I think. Okay. I mean, I don't know. I don't know why people don't love this. Okay. But this is the idea. Okay. Now we're all familiar with these baby monitors, right? You put this in the baby's room, you put this on your nightstand, the baby cries, it wakes up the mother and father. This is my idea. It's a great idea. Bluetooth technology is here. It's a moldable earpiece that fits in the mother's ear. So that when the baby cries, it doesn't have to wake up everybody. Okay? Isn't that not great?
Yeah, I got an idea.
Isn't that not, you know, look, I'll tell you this. You know, I don't know why, this is like the darndest thing. I don't know why the women aren't like totally behind this one. No. It doesn't work. It's specifically made for the ear canal of the mother. You want me to get your husband's name? Mail order it right there? Okay, well this is the concept. The ideal customers, me, I would have loved this. Now my wife might tell you this is untrue. This is untrue. She might tell you that I tried to sleep with those airport earmuff head deadeners on my, and I'll tell you, it is impossible.
Pillows over the head.
Excuse me, it's my talk, not yours. She might say that I did that. I'm not going to admit or not, I would just tell you it is impossible to sleep with those on. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Okay, now, I'd like to talk about the problem in a little more detail. Because after having worked with like 50 startup companies, I found that the problem is the key problem. And people sometimes have a hard time understanding what we mean by a good problem. If you have any questions at any time, feel free to stop me, okay? People pay big money to help companies decrease expenses or increase revenue. Hence the market for sales training. Sales training. Okay. There will always be a market for sales training. Why? Because you can show a company, if you can show a company that with your special secret formula, they can go an extra $1 million a year in sales, they can justify spending their money on you hiring them. But if you can say, oh, you know, I'm going to save your people, 5 minutes a day. It's a nice technique, but just for like 100 reasons, which I'm not going to go into, that's not a good way. Now, in the consumer segment, it's a little tougher. How many of you are selling your message is for the individual person rather than the business?
The wrong guy in the truck the right time.
The wrong guy. Okay, see, that's why I don't get in here, right? That's the reason. Like pain. Well, okay, so hold on. So while it is easy to say that we cannot quantify that, we can quantify it if we dig deeper. And this is the hard part, and this is going to be our next exercise, right? The question is, how can we quantify what having a bad guy in your life does?
Well.
Bad